up, everybody? This is Kyle Riker back at you with another video review, and this time we'll be taking a look at the AEW Unrivaled Series 7, The Native Beast, Nyla Rose. Yes, this is probably the figure I was most looking forward to from Series 7, and this is actually my first and possibly only figure from Series 7 that I'll be getting. Even though this is the figure I was most excited for, I am still concerned about this figure. Like, I'm definitely mixed on it. And we'll see why when we open her up. But before we do so, I'll take a look at the packaging first. Of course, Nyla Rose on the side there. She is number 58, Series 7, Unrivaled Collection. Picture of Nyla Rose with the belt. Her letter is A. Yep, that's an A. And on the back has a picture of her from the show it's based on. This is from an episode of Dynamite, 2/12/2020, Austin, Texas. And then the other figures in the set, we got Lance Archer, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, FTR. Got the Young Bucks, and of course Nyla Rose. Lance Archer, I'm definitely going to pick him up. FTR, major pass. I do not like FTR. I didn't like him when they were in WWE as the Revival, and I don't like him now as FTR. Young Bucks, I love the outfits on the Young Bucks, but I don't like the faces they put on them. But in person, they're not that bad. I saw them once in person, and they're not that bad. Maybe I'll pick those up, but we'll see. And of course, Nyla we're reviewing today. Anyways, that does it for the packaging, so let's open up the Native Beast, Nyla Rose, and see what we got. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we have Nyla Rose out of the packaging, and pretty solid figure. I still have a few issues with it, but I still don't think it's that bad. And this is definitely a figure that needs to be appreciated out of the box because it looks so bad in the packaging. And if you're looking at it right now, you can probably tell why. This figure is covered in plastic. I mean, look at that. All that plastic wrap. I understand why, to protect it or whatever, but I think Jazzwares went a little overboard. I mean, it's got a rubber band around her waist. It's got plastic all over her waist, arms, head. It's crazy. Take that rubber band off. And just pull it out. And then the waist, I guess I'll just have to pop the torso off. There we go. Easy, easy. Take the championship off. And then put the torso back on. There we go, gotta love that. There, now that we got that off, might as well go into the accessories. She comes with two accessories. She comes with the Women's Championship, which, once again, the same championship that we got before with Riho and Hikaru Shida. It's funny how every women's figure we got in the Unrivaled series so far, they've all come with the women's title. Riho, Hikaru Shida, and now Nyla Rose. Like, Chris Statlander in Series 8 is going to be the first one in the Unrivaled series that doesn't come with the belt because obviously she's never held it. Like, they still need to make this belt a little bit bigger. I mean, there's no difference. Like I said, it's just way too small. And then she does come with a scarf, which you could also use this as the towel that she has over her head during her entrance. Like, you can unfold it and then just drape it over her head if you really wanted to. Which, it looks a little weird. I'll probably just use it as her scarf, for display. And here is Nyla herself. Now here's probably my biggest issue, and that is the face. I am very mixed on this face. I mean, it looks like her, but at the same time, it doesn't. I mean, man, why does it have to be screaming? It could have been maybe like an angry face, like on the package. I mean, at some angles it looks like her, but other angles it doesn't. No, it just looks weird. Anyways, got the headband up there, nice detail on the hair. It's got her tattoos on her arms, and it does have the tattoo on the back. Dang it. Because of the long hair, if you try to move this head even a little bit, the head pops off way too easily. So be careful of that if you're playing with it or try to pose it. Like I said, even if you move the head slightly, it comes right off. But that always happens with figures that have long hair, like especially the women figures. That's dumb. Has the gold and black attire she wore in that match. Has the handprint on the front, and then the NR on the back. There's the knee pads and the boots. These are definitely weird looking boots. They're huge. I agree with My Damn Toys. It looks like a pair of boots that they would put on a Jack specific figure, but it's accurate. She did wear big boots. So her arm gauntlets look good, and no, they do not come off. They're actually sculpted. But that's fine because she never takes them off anyway. So the detail is pretty good on this figure. And I think she stands up well. She feels good in the hand. Now, some people have had problems with the joints being very loose. Yeah, her bicep is a little bit loose. But aside from that, not really. Nah, not really. Like I said, I wish the face could have been a little bit better. And also, I hate how her head comes off way too easily. Hate that. For comparisons, here she is with the other figures in the Unrivaled series. We got Riho from Series 3 and Hikaru Shida from Series 6. I mean, I do have Britt Baker from the Unmatched series, but she wasn't in Unrivaled, so I didn't put her in here. And I think the scale is a little off. Maybe Nyla could have been a little bit taller, because, I don't know, I remember her, like, towering over Riho. I mean, maybe it's accurate, I don't know. Yeah, Shida's definitely too tall compared to Nyla, so we're still gonna make Shida maybe a little shorter, and then made Nyla a little bit taller. And also here she is with her manager, Vicky Guerrero. Hopefully be an AEW Vicky Guerrero at some point, but for now we got the WWE Mattel ones. They look pretty cool together. So hopefully we get an AEW version at some point. Articulation is a little weird for this figure. Head can rotate side to side, but definitely be careful when you rotate it because of how big the head is and her long hair. See, as soon as I turn it like that a little bit, you can feel it popping off the ball joint. It can go up and down slightly. Arms 360. And now, just notice her shoulders are really loose. In and out, rotate the bicep, double jointed elbow. Rotate the wrist and hinge at the wrist. Of course, there's the upper torso joint. It can't go forward and back that far. I don't know why. I wish they would have fixed that on the women figures. Even though her stomach is rubber. Which is definitely unique for the women figures. Because usually the stomach is not rubber at all. Usually it's hard plastic. Like this one's like a softer rubber plastic. It's a slight swivel waist. Legs forward about that far. So I guess her loincloth, I guess. I don't know what this is called. It blocks the legs from moving, so that really sucks. Anyways, forward and back a little bit. In and out. Thigh. Double jointed knee. No boot rotation. Same thing as Shida. No boot rotation. That sucks. Hinge at the ankle, and then kind of pivot. Yeah, a little bit pivot. So that kind of sucks that the articulation on the legs is very limited because of this thing on her attire, and no boot posability. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, so I'd say this figure is definitely a mixed bag, but it's still not that bad. It's better than Riho, and it's better than that piece of crap pack figure from Series 3. Like I said, I think it's underrated. I think it definitely looks better in person, but it still has its issues. Final thoughts. Overall, this figure is definitely a mixed bag. I mean, it's not as bad as I expected, but it definitely has its problems. I really wish it had the boot rotation. I really wish that her ring attire did not block her legs from moving. And also, the head pops off way too easily, so that is a major disappointment. I mean, how are you supposed to pose this thing? How are you supposed to put it in poses if you can barely move the legs and if the head keeps popping off? So that really sucks. I might have to put some super glue or something, or crazy glue in the inside the head to tighten it up so that way it doesn't pop off so easily. But whatever. I mean, it's still not that bad of a figure, but like I said, because of the problems, it takes some major points off. So I would say decent figure, but very disappointing execution though with some of the stuff they did. I mean, I'll give this figure a 7 out of 10. And that really sucks. I was really looking forward to this one because I like Nyla Rose, and we definitely need her for our women's division, you know, for the figures. So it was very disappointing that the head pops off too easily, articulation is limited. And like I said, the face scan kind of stinks. It could have been a lot better. It's not as bad as Riho's, but it's not as bad as Riho or Pac, but it's still not that good. So I would say as a display piece, it's not bad. But if you're gonna, you know, pose it for your figure photography or stop motion or even playing with it, this figure is a letdown. So I can't recommend this figure for, you know, for stop motion, figure photography, or playing with it, but I can recommend it for display. But I would say only if you're a completist and you want to get all the women figures, I would say get it. But otherwise, I'd say, I don't know, maybe skip this one. So hopefully we get a better figure of her down the road. Anyways, that pretty much does it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out my other AEW reviews on my AEW playlist. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single upload. I upload new reviews every single Saturday right here on this channel. So stay tuned for more reviews of WWE action figures and AEW figures, store hunts, and even more. Anyways, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, comment, subscribe. And until next time, remember, you can't touch my dream and you can't touch my soul. I'm out. Take care.